arm? You want to see the
scratches? I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give a fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're gonna
bring
Is that a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel?
Huh?
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
scratches?
Pictures? You want?
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna.
I don't. Stop stalking me, please. I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just talk
leave me alone.
No, I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay.
Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. It is May 18th, 2023. What is this email dated? December 31st, 2017. Mr. Perry's going to send me home, harass the hell out of me. He's the instigator. He sits around and plans some kind of harm that's going to upset me. And then when I say something about it, he's going to claim he's the victim of harassment. I moved 2 times. I started my life all over again. Completely changed careers from a political consultant that helped him get elected and did mostly government reform campaigns to a stripper to get away from him and have no contact. I haven't voted. I was a political consultant. Haven't voted since 2012. Haven't registered to vote. I have nothing to do with politics at all whatsoever. To get away from Mr. Perry. To avoid all conflict with Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry, how often since I moved to Oklahoma? First, I left Lubbock in November 2013. I lived in the Dallas area until September 2014. Mr. Perry butt into everything, things that didn't concern him. He was not invited there. I did not want to see him again. I did not want to talk to him again. He came up there. He interfered with my work at Jaguars. He interfered with, a thing with Fabian, the manager. My friend asked me if I was in a private Facebook message, are you dating anyone? And I said no, but I like somebody at work. And all hell broke loose. Fabian was angry at me, and he was mad. You could tell we hadn't had a fight. We had no disagreement at all. All of a sudden I walk into work and he looks like he's ready to blow his top. And I'm going, wow, that's funny. We didn't fight. What's going on here? So I went back on another night when I wasn't working and talked to him. And that conversation was between me and him. I will tell you, he said, I think you deserve better than to spend the rest of your life harassed by this guy. He suggested something that might resolve the problem. I said, I don't know that will resolve the problem, and here's the repercussions for the rest of my family if I do that. So I probably shouldn't do that. Maybe I try some other ways to get this weirdo to leave me alone. So that's the only part of the conversation I'm going to explain. Mr. Perry threatened false arrest. He did carry it out. All I did is file a police report in compliance with the requirements of the law in the state where I live to get a protective order. I forgot my police report the first time I tried to get a protective order, so they knew, because it was denied in part for that. They knew by law you have to do it. They did not tell Judge Hanson that when they went in and said she's filed a false police report in retaliation for Mr. Perry doing his job as a senator. Mr. Perry has Huntington's disease. He's no longer able to identify or perform his legislative duties. Stalking women, being a little peeping Tom, sitting around on your fat lazy ass, instigating all day long and provoking all day long, has nothing at all to do with what you need to do to pass a law in Texas. Is it? It's different when you do the crime to me, but it's the same every time you do it. Did things get all fucked up for y'all again today? Aw, we all give you a tissue. So he's been trying to do this for a long time. This is the crime. Me being harassed, me being stalked. Today when I'm door dashing, I swear to God, I ditched 3 tails. The last guy, I pulled over and I got his fucking tag. And I gave it to my attorney and we put it out. It is out, his tag. You want to follow me around, you want to harass me for Mr. Perry, you want to stop and take pictures of me when I'm trying to do normal things, just go to work, then don't get upset if you end up on Facebook. You asked for it. This is what you signed up for, right? So this is something that we have talked about for a long time. See this blog, it documents a lot of the stalking. On this page, we go over the whole thing about Justice Scalia being in West Texas when they were planning to do that to me. We're going to use her as a test case before the Supreme Court. And Justice Scalia was on the Supreme Court when they did that. He's a First Amendment guy. Burning the flag, he said, is freedom of expression. If I'm king, I say hang the guy, but I'm not king. We have a Constitution. The Constitution says it's freedom of expression. I've gone through the whole thing here. Mr. Perry didn't want Justice Scalia's opinion on that court. Justice Scalia oddly died while we're all in West Texas. I'm illegally detained because they've carried out the threats of the first false arrest. I've been over that over it and over it and over it and over. I broke no law at all. When you have an arrest warrant signed, you have to have probable cause to believe there's a crime being committed. Mr. Perry did not present evidence to Judge Hanson that indicate I was mad about a political issue because there was no such thing. There's no text, there's no emails, there's no nothing where I'm telling Mr. Perry, I'm mad at you about XYZ issue and I'm going to retaliate and you better change your position. Nothing like that ever happened. We're both Republicans, right? Okay, then I helped him get elected. Then he didn't say, I need to see proof of what's the issue. Mr. Perry, what's the issue she would file a false police report for to retaliate against you? What's the issue? Never said, what's the issue? Where's the text? Where's the tweets? Where's the rants? Never asked for it. And you're saying she filed a police report that was false. When did TPD collect the evidence? Where's their investigation, their notes or something, disposition? And why was it false? And Mr. Perry didn't say, oh, by the way, she has to file a police report to get a protective order. I've been threatening her with death and false arrest for months. So maybe that's why she felt like she needed a protective order. Concealment of a material fact from the deciding body is perjury. You did it intentionally. You did it willfully. You have the duty to disclose it. It could change the outcome. And it's a material relevant fact. And you've got countless of those. 5 years minimum, sir. So this whole page goes over all of that, right? Also, here's my disclaimer. But for, you're the proximate cause. You're the instigator. You're the agitator. Right here, use of technology. They use my DoorDash app to keep me broke to intentionally interfere with commerce, intentionally interfere with contracts. That means when I buy or sell anything or have a contractual obligation to pay any bill at all, or there's a legal requirement for me to pay something, like a car registration maybe. If you impede my ability to do it, my guy's going to charge you with that. It is a witness tampering coercion type charge. And the charges the acts he said are grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with commerce with intent to coerce, interference with contracts with intent to coerce, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. Every day also that I don't have food because I have low blood sugar, he's charging me with assault. That is an assault, he said. Maybe attempted. He goes, I could make attempted murder work. It could kill you, and he knows that. His end game is you're dead. First he wants a smear campaign, and then he wants you dead. First he wants a smear campaign to discredit you, and then he wants you dead. Remember, I did find out about the affidavit. You want to do the false arrest. You've changed your angle about 50,000 times. Prostitution by sock. I wear socks when I would give a lap dance, but I would take my shoes off so I didn't poke holes in the furniture. We heard you guys talking about that. Get her back out there waitressing. She can still give lap dances. It just costs the customer double. See if she takes her... What does she wear? What shoes? Regular shoes. Okay, so we'll see if she takes her regular shoes off and uses the furniture as an excuse. And if not, we'll lock her up for prostitution. And I think the guy said, I don't know if you can do that if she's just a fucking waitress. Right? Is that what he told you? Here's the thing also. Nobody's paying me for the act of taking my shoe off. My feet are still covered with a sock. There's absolutely no sex involved in that at all. But you wanted to do the Stormy Daniels selective prosecution thing, right? You need a smear campaign. Everybody knows it. You tried the first time and it didn't work. It backfired on you. And you've been trying again ever since. You want to force me to lie. That means I'm telling the truth now. Right? Okay. This TPD is what you're supposed to do. We don't take evidence here. That's not how we do things here. Yeah, I've said that before. You know my opinion of you. It's not high. Okay. I know a lot of cops, TPD. They're good cops. I respect them. I enjoy talking to them. They're very intelligent. They're very smart. They're smarter than the crook. They can get. They're a go-to guy, get her done type people. That's what I like. I like cops that get what everybody else missed. Okay, that's what we did here. I did say Michael Neely was drugged before anybody else said it. Anybody can read this whole my Sherlock thing of his case. Everybody can read all that, okay? I Sherlocked his case. I was called as a witness. They told him, don't let her testify. We're trying to smear her. So he ended up in jail because I didn't testify. Again, concealment of a material fact. There's a lot of things I had to say about his about his event. And I caught things everybody else missed, but we found out he was drugged. I said it in March. I emailed the Florida State's attorney in March 2020 and said this guy didn't do it. He was drugged. There's no way he could have. And by the way, you didn't give him a full tox panel. And they did at the hospital after Narcan had altered the blood evidence. The chemistry of his blood changed. He's passed out. He's found unconscious. He's found in respiratory distress. Right then's when we need his blood test. Let's see. What does his blood look like that caused him to be in that condition? He was not treated for being knocked out in a drunken brawl, as it turns out. He was treated for being overdosed with opioids. They give him Narcan. He comes to. He's combative. All of that is typical of an opioid overdose and the treatment of Narcan. He gets to the hospital. Then they give him a blood test. I don't know if it was a full tox panel. I've not seen that. It was an alcohol one though. Alcohol test. Blood alcohol. So, but he has no injuries that would indicate he was even in a fight. Much less one that ended up in the murder or the death of the other individual that was supposedly in the fight too. So, I respect cops that are smart. I respect cops that have integrity and that do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And that the end goal for a cop is relieve suffering caused by crime. We slay your dragon. We catch your bad guy. We tell you you're safe now. He will never hurt you again. And we take their hurt away. Right? And when I say we, I'm not saying I'm a cop. I'm just saying that's what the cops say that I respect. I'm quoting a cop that I respect. And I'm helping, no question. You can do a civilian assist, consultant type, whatever. They may change my title daily, depending on what we need it for, what I need to do. Right? They got a lot of options, right? Yep. I could be a sting up consultant 1 minute, and then I could be the janitor the next. Depends on what suits our purpose for at any given sting up, right? Okay, this guy came to me in my work. This is prostitution, Mr. Perry, not me taking my shoes off. There's no money paid for the act of me taking my shoes off. The money's paid for a lap dance. Nobody says, I want you to take your shoes off, and for that, I will pay you an extra $30. Okay, that doesn't happen. The money's for a lap dance. It's not for the act of me taking my shoes off. My shoes are being taken off so I don't poke holes in the furniture with my heels. I'm standing up clearly on the furniture. It's a fucking air dance. There's absolutely no sex at all. But you tried to get me at that. You tried to do drug trafficking. Tell that to can you go? Calls me across the room. He's got 5 girls around me that do drugs. Everybody knows I don't do shit. I don't even smoke pot. Never have I smoked pot, even. I think my dad used to do some dare stuff when I was a kid, and he had the little board of drugs, and I saw a lot of videos about what drugs will do to you, and it just scared the shit out of me. I didn't even want to try it. And I got addicted to coffee and smoking like that, so I wasn't going to add one more thing by just trying it once, and let's hope I don't get addicted. It wasn't going to be like that for me, so I just haven't even tried it. Calls me across the room and wants me to go ask the cop over there go ask him if he wants to buy my drugs, he said. And I'm like, oh my, do I have stupid written across my forehead? Fuck the hell off. It's stuff like that. Okay, so this guy was recorded. I recorded him. He came to my work in Oklahoma. Okay, for Mr. Perry. This whole conversation there's the transcripts and the audio right there. Anybody can listen to it. He's offering me $5,000 to be creeped out by him. He tells me, your husband sent me, and I'm like, I'm not married. I think you have the wrong girl. Nope, your husband sent me. No, listen, dude, I'm telling you, I'm not married. You got the wrong girl. No, your boyfriend, the senator from Texas. Whoa, shit, I flip on my recorder. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't think so. So Mr. Perry has a wife named Jacqueline that he met in high school. He's been married to her, I guess, since high school. Those two are married. They live in Lubbock. They got kids, Jordan and Matthew. I want nothing to do with Charles Perry. He makes every ounce of my skin crawl. He's as weirdo fuck as they get. Creepiest fuck I've ever met in my life. Repulses me, makes me want to vomit, makes my skin crawl. He is nasty. He is gross. He's a job. But let's just say it wasn't a job. He's nasty. I feel nothing but disgust for this bitch. I can't stand him. I've gone to great lengths to get away from him and have zero contact with him and no conflict. He comes up to Oklahoma and would send guys like this to my work. This will make you not want to go to work. This was one of 5 that I recorded or documented some way. There's more than that I didn't get. A whole lot more than that. So when I say he's the instigator and he said I'm going to this was after my false arrest when they said I'm in jail. They all had a meeting. Let's send her home. Make her think we're going to leave her alone and instead harass the fuck out of her. And when she complains about it, we'll say she's harassing us. This was after that. That's when Justice Scalia died in West Texas while they're planning that. What are the chances? And William O. Ritchie, murder cop, commander of Murder Cop DC Police, said, why didn't they follow protocol like they would have had he died in DC? Something's weird about this. So he caught the attention of a murder cop, Charles. You just something. I don't even have words. Okay, where's the $5,000 offer here? Right there. Now you listen, get richer. He will really be nice, and he'll pay you $5,000 for one night. So, anyways, and I'm like, I'll throw up all over him. He's nasty, right? Makes my skin crawl. He's offering me money for sex. Okay, so 2 hours you can be creeped out and make $5,000. 2 hours with the man for $5,000, then you can come, and then I'll treat you like a queen. I mean, this just goes on and on. Asked me about 3 times if I was wearing a wire. I had one on. Clearly I had a wire on, but not on me. With me, but not on me. Then he tells me you could ruin him politically. See? I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit about that. What I want for him to do is leave me the fuck alone. He went and would tell my family, oh, she truly loves me secretly. She's just too afraid to say. For 9 years, he inserted himself into my life. Kept me from my family. Because he'll sit the family down, and he'll sit the friends down, and go, oh, we're going to do all this horrible stuff, and just, it's tough love. And she just needs to learn a lesson. Oh, fuck you. She just got wrapped up with the wrong crowd. I just need to get her back on track. And I need to get her out of Oklahoma, away from here, and isolated, brainwash me, and all, whatever it is you traffickers do. Which, by the way, is all bullshit, because the truth is he sold me. He sold me to a realtor in Houston. The guy's into sex trafficking. So, now, he might have some fantasy delusions, too. Who cares? He's a peeping Tom. So our witness says what he'll do is he'll put cameras in women's homes. He finds women with children who are divorced. So they're vulnerable, but not completely vulnerable. They still have a system of support in place. They got a job. They're doing okay. Taking care of the kids by themselves. And begins to when they're not home, he trolls like BTK did. He'll broadcast them on the dark web and sell watch time. Then he gets them fired from their job, the witness said. Then they lose the home. Then he has the ex take the kids away. Now they're easier to traffic, aren't they? Yep. Had a marriage license forged. And told everybody in Oklahoma, that's my wife. Ew. Not a chance. Not a chance. I haven't seen him since 2013 when I left Lubbock. I won't talk to him. I won't take his phone calls. I scream and yell here. He'll type in my phone. We're going to have you arrested at work. Go to work. I'm excited to see you. Then we're going to do, since I did the forgery 4 years ago, Lucky asked me about it, so it was before Lucky was murdered. Did you sign this? No. Why the hell would I do that? Yeah, I didn't think so. I thought it looked like a forgery, but I needed to check with you. He said. When I speak in the third person, by the way, I'm quoting somebody else. Surely everybody knows that by now. So Mr. Perry had my family convinced this was about a romance. No. But people started questioning when I was like, what? When was I did not consent to that. I did not. There's not even been a date. Not even one date in 13 years. Nothing. There's nothing. He's a delusional. Huntington's disease causes delusion, paranoia, psychosis, hallucinations, and impaired cognitive reasoning. They're talking about you today, Mr. Perry. You can't even lie right anymore. So the guy's like, while they're being sold on, the guy's like, he'll starve these women and then rake it in. He's raking it in. He's a sex sadist. He can't ejaculate unless he is hurting people. He's dysfunctional. He's mentally ill. Severely mentally ill. And, you could always prove that wrong. You haven't even tried. I don't think you can. But this is a contact within the forum state of Oklahoma, is it not? If you had creepy guys like this coming into your work, wouldn't that bother you? How'd you find out I was at work tonight? How'd you find out where I worked? Remember, I've now moved twice to get away from you. So that I don't have creepy guys coming into my work. I didn't call you. I didn't pick up the phone and call you and tell you where I work. So how'd you find out where I work? You did something illegal. Stalking is a felony. Hacking my phone is a felony. Cloning my phone is a felony. Right? So how did this guy find out where I worked and that I was going to be at work that night to go in there and talk to me like and solicit prostitution? So the guy says, then he sells these women. This is like window shopping. He sells these women after they've lost their family and their kids and they can't find another. He'll make sure they can't find another job. They're easier to coerce into a sale. survive. You can eat out of a dumpster or take my. Go be with this bitch and you'll have to suck his dick every day and all your Mr. Perry's already typing in my other phone. Yes, that's what you're gonna do. If you want to survive, you're gonna have to lie. Do remember, Mr. Perry, we get it. You made your point the first time you said it. You want to make it where if I want to eat, you're telling me right now, your intention is to do something illegal. To coerce me to commit, to go be your bitch, right? To be sold. Coercion is a criminal act, Mr. Perry. It is illegal to do what you just said you're gonna do. You're caught. Listen, I'm tired of dealing with your mental retardation. I'm not trained for that. I don't know how to do it. I have no fucking idea how to deal with someone like you. Not a clue. My training is in getting people to say things that are incriminating without them knowing that's what they just did. My training is in being able to put up the duress you cause intentionally, malicious, illegal duress, and not lose my mind. A mental toughness that you've not had to deal with before. Didn't your guy say that? We've not had one with this much longevity. Didn't they say that? I was trained to do that. Didn't you talk about tonight? Let's go get her car and tell her she has to leave Oklahoma. You don't have a choice. You have to leave tonight. Here's your bus pass. Do it. Come do it right now. I want to see how that goes for you. Come over here. Since you illegally found out where I live, come to my place, take my car, and look me right in the eye, you stupid son of a bitch, and tell me to my face, you leave Oklahoma. You don't have a choice. Here's your bus pass. Please do that. I dare you. Did you think I'm gonna... Oh, let's hope she doesn't go postal and get depressed. We really need to drive her insane so she goes postal. So we can go make that lie work. She's crazy. Do it now. Do it while I'm doing the podcast. Won't that be fun? Won't that be fun if I can actually record you doing what I just said you were recorded talking about doing? Right? Charles, it is illegal for you to even know where I live, for you to try to contact me, for you to hack me and type in my phone. Yes, if you want to survive, you're gonna have to lie for me and be trafficked, okay? Who's telling on me? It's like that every day. Crazy shit. It's like being in a fucking nut house. Doesn't even make sense. It's like this guy.
You stalked me, that's why I
No. Just talk.
leave me alone.
No, I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I
What
don't ever
happens?
want to hear.
Who's telling on me? Is it your family? Are you gathering my family all together to tell them the horrible things you're going to do to me, and then you get all pissed off? Are you leaking? Are you doing that, Mr. Perry? Do you really think you can starve me and then I'll lie for you? That means I'm telling the truth now. Actually, it's illegal to do that. I don't know how to deal with somebody who's severely mentally retarded. I don't know how. Get a special ed teacher. I have no fucking idea how to deal with people like you. I'm not trained for that. I'm not a nurse. And I'm not a special education teacher. It is illegal to do that. It is illegal to do that. Mr. Perry, you're about to go to prison because it is illegal to do that. I don't care what TPD says. We don't work with TPD. Did I not make that clear? Did I not make it clear for you? You're caught every time you do it to me. I just quoted you again. We need to get her car and go tell her, you have to leave Oklahoma. You don't have a choice. Come tell me now while I'm recording this. Let's record you saying that. It'll be fun. Right? I dare ya. I dare ya. So, you act like this guy. That ought to be something. I want to record you guys acting like this.
Your voice to you. Please,
What
God bless you, but
what
please leave
happened?
me alone.
What's
Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop! I
What
don't.
about
Stop
you guys?
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's
No,
why I
no, I
moved.
don't. Just talk.
Leave me
No,
alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
This makes.
Or like this dumb fuck. How does it like? How do you like having pictures in a camera in your face? Like today, I had to ditch a tail of a guy taking a picture of me just doing a DoorDash delivery. I'm doing normal things normal people do. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm minding my own business. I ditched 3 tails today. 3 of them. Does anybody else out there listening to these have to ditch tails? The guy's taking a picture of me. I should have walked up to him. How about, would you like me to stick my camera in your face? I got his plate. It's all over the internet. Do you like that? Huh? This bitch is like, oh, you mean all the pictures I have of you? See, I got Mr. Perry's like, I got pictures of you everywhere you go to prove I'm not stalking you. Stalking is a felony crime. Stupid. You're by yourself for a reason. You're told on for a reason. You're caught for a reason. You're about to go to prison. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. I'm telling you, you're going to prison. I'm the one quoting you. You're not quoting our guys. I'm naming your people. You're not naming our guys, are you? You're just not all there. And I don't have the patience for that. I'm not trained for that. Get a nurse. You sound ridiculous like this guy.
You feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you feel?
The one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
I
got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
I'm gonna starve you till you lie for me. I'm gonna starve you till you lie for me. You gotta sign my affidavit. I'm gonna put you in jail till you lie for me. Is it your family telling on me? Is it Al? Is it who's telling on me? Is it David? Is it Jennifer? Who's telling on me? Is it your kids? Lie for me. You're gonna lie for me. Oh my God. All fucking day long. How'd you find out? How'd you know? When you contact me, when you do the crime to me, when you invade my privacy, when you take my money, everybody gets all pissed off. I know people with a whole lot of power. And they tell me what you just said. And nobody will tell you who it is. Because you're a bitch. And you're pathetic. And you're just deranged and depraved. And everybody's sick of you icking your slimy crime all over us. You know what? You don't get to do it this time. You don't have a choice. Stop it. You don't have a choice. As much as we quote you, why in the fuck do you think you do? Delusional. What about you, Lucius and Calvin, on all you little gang? You little fucking stupid I've never seen such a stupid mafia. I'm naming your names. I'm quoting you guys every fucking day. And you think you have a choice when you're told, stop it. Stop. It's different when you do it to me. It's the same every time you do it. Do you know what same and different is, Lucius? Before and after? Cause and effect? Do you have any other victim that knew they were trafficked before? And to who? How much money have you spent trying to force me to be trafficked? Probably more than you'd make, that guy said. These dipshits probably already spent more trying to force her to be trafficked than they'll make trafficking her. These are the dumbest criminals I've ever seen. That's what everybody says behind your back, Lucius. It's not like you're respected. It's not like you're Vegas Mafia. You're pathetic. You're hillbilly as it gets. This is how everybody else sees you guys.
This make you feel?
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me
All
alone.
you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
How many of our recordings did you want to prove out before we even get to trial?
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because You stalk me. That's
No,
why
no,
I
no.
moved.
Just talk.
Leave
Stepdad's been raping me since
me
you were
alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
No text found at that location.
Stepdad's been
So that's how everybody else sees pathetic bitches like you. All day long, we get more, right? One guy's like, Mr. Perry, I mean, he's telling me he's got Tourette's, and she says it's Huntington's disease. I got my information from intelligence ops, sir. Just like I found out I was trafficked from intelligence ops, sir, and that there's an affidavit they want me to sign. And then a little bit ago, a few hours ago, that Mr. Perry's trying to claim that he's been extorted. And that is as bullshit as it gets. In March 2020, he started threatening to starve me until I lie. That is a horrible threat. I'm going to maliciously and intentionally place you under extreme, prolonged duress and deprive you of your basic rights and needs: food, shelter, privacy, the ability to earn an income, until you change your story to be what I want, which is not the truth. Weren't you told that? She said you want her to change her story, and you said, we've never asked her to lie, we want her to tell the truth. And the person said, but she says you want her to lie, she's telling the truth now. Either way, you are trying to make her change her story, and you can't do that. My story is on the docket in 3 court proceedings, sir, with my signature on civil matters. It's in a 4th one in a murder trial called a motion to intervene, when you intentionally interfered with my testimony for Michael Neely, who was a cop, in the murder of the chief of police of Manford, Lucky Miller, 6 days before they took a vandalism complaint. Car vandalism is common for your types, weirdos. It's, car vandalism is also illegal, sir. I don't need to change my story. I will not change my story. What you're doing is called witness tampering and coercion. That's the crime, you dumb fuck. I'm out of patience with your stupid. I'm out of patience with it. I don't even know what to do with that. I have no words for it. I have none. This right here, I went over it last night. I'll go over it again really quick. Because, you know, you're slow. We got to repeat ourselves all the time. You waste everybody's time having to say the same things to you over and over and over, and you still don't get it. So, this is my first attempt at a protective order. The second reason he said is I was non-compliant with this law here. At the very last, it says you must file a complaint with cops if you want a stalking protective order. I'm getting those. Mr. Perry's threatening false arrest. This is dated in October. These were right around that same time. November, I guess. No, that's the time. Somewhere around that same time. I'm getting sick, and I'm Googling symptoms. I'm like, are you fucking giving me arsenic? Yep. Okay, thanks for the admission. Okay, so this was dated on 1/4. Okay, everybody see that? I filed a police report on The 21st, after that text was sent about false arrest and my murder is not going to vindicate Mr. Perry from stalking, it's going to show that he is. What the fuck do you care where I work and where I live? That you're sending David Robertson and Pinto in, here, take $5,000 and sleep with the guy and just be creeped out by him. What do you care? Where I live, where I work, how much money I make. What business is it of yours? Okay, see, that's the crime. You shouldn't be in Oklahoma. And now everybody wants to know, how often is he up there? Why is he always in Oklahoma? Where did he leave Jackie? Somebody asked, who's Jackie? Oh, that's his wife. Oh my God, he has a wife? You've been up here living 2 different lives. You got a double life going. You're caught now, stupid. This is the thing, you're slow. I can't handle it. You're caught. You're fucking caught. Everything's different when you did it to me. Okay, keep up. Slow. I'm taking medicine here. Charcoal to absorb the crap they're giving me. I gotta go to work. I have a kid to take care of. We were renting a house. Okay, so I filed a police report on the 21st. TPD, super cops that they are, handed it right to the offender, who then obstructs justice and has me arrested for filing a false police report. No evidence is collected. There's no investigation. No witnesses are interviewed. The video surveillance was not looked at. Nothing. Not a fucking thing. On the 29th, I'm hauled off, but prevented and delayed by physical force from reporting the crime committed against me to the cops where I live, where the crime was committed, of attempted murder. Okay, then, see, she calls here. I'm already in jail. The arsenic's working its way out of my system. If they didn't drug me, if they didn't poison me, they would have made sure there was a fucking blood test. And Mr. Perry would have held a big old drama queen press conference. See, she lied. We tested her and there's nothing. He made sure there was no test. Because he knew what it would show. Arsenic. Actual consciousness of guilt. Stupid. I'm out of patience with your dumb. I can't do it. I'm not trained for that. I'm trained for catching a crime like that. I'll catch stuff other people miss. 5 weeks I catch your money laundering, the prostitution thing, you're running out of sensations, and your money laundering. You guys have those 3 girls. There's 3 girls. They're getting like $1,000 to $5,000 every fucking night, throwing on them on stage. And then we got, leaving with these. I'm like, oh shit, that's not stage money. I mean, I've been in a strip club business for six years, and this is not stage. I worked with some girls that competed nationally on the pole and came in within the top 5, and they didn't get tipped like that. And these girls are driving clunkers, and I'm not seeing drug habits that would explain where all that money's going. The money's going to trafficked daddy David and Charles, who are sending the men in, right? You can sleep with this chick tonight. She'll suck your dick tonight. And I'm sorry for the vulgarity, but that's what sex trafficking is. She'll suck your dick tonight. Go in the club where she's dancing and throw $1,000 on the stage. That's your payment for the sex. She'll go home with you, and then she's got to give us all of that. She gets 50 out of what? Would you pay her 50? You guys are all into the canned food, so that's why she has the clunker car, right? But I caught it like that, didn't I? Yeah, I bet you Meigs County didn't have anybody in there catching that shit. I caught it. Remember, it's different when you do it to me. So she calls wanting the evidence. Look at the date. Well, shit, detective. Thanks for, I only left my report 2 weeks ago. You guys are quick. I'm out of patience with you too. This is the harassment email. Look at the date on that. He's gonna send me home, harass the fuck out of me, instigate, provoke. He's the instigator. It's malicious. It's intentional. It's a lie. He's committing perjury. He's going into a court, just like he did here, to procure this, swearing to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the whole truth. So help you God, and you lie. And this fucking judge didn't ask for evidence to show probable cause that I had committed any crime at all. And you left the part out about this and this. And you did it on purpose. Intentional concealment of a material fact. You did it on purpose, didn't you? So I lost my home. My name is smeared everywhere. I was a victim of attempted murder, just like Mike Neely. We had the same thing happen. We're both drugged. We're both suffered degradation of our evidence. We both suffered from concealment of material facts from the jury or deciding body. And we both are false imprisoned. Get the fucker out. Get him out. Listen, I don't care where the guy lives, as long as he's with his family. You guys make this big thing. Oh, we can't go back to Oklahoma. Listen, it's his choice. It's none of your business. You did a very serious wrong to him. We're going to remedy that along the way somewhere. Right? Didn't I tell you you're going to prison? You're not dealing with TPD. We're not TPD. Right? I'm working as a civilian consultant, maybe. Sometimes I'm the fucking janitor. It doesn't matter, does it? The thing is I have help, and those guys are cops, and they're smart cops, and they can think circles around TPD. Here's the thing, and they got balls, too. They don't care who you think you are, princess. They all call you, princess, because in order to beat down a woman, to make you feel tough, you gotta have something like that in you. It's just not quite right, huh? Why don't you just trans over? Just trans over. Look at RuPaul. Look at Caitlyn Jenner. Are you trans? Are you? I mean, what kind of princess men who are men's men are chivalrous. They protect women and kids from guys like you, who think that in order to be tough and have power, you pick on women. Nope. Go to a biker bar, find the biggest fucker in there, and pick on him. And then we'll think you're tough. That's how that works. I'm sorry. This is a civilized society. That's how that works. If you're trans, then just be trans and quit bothering me with that shit. I moved twice to get away from it. And to be with my family. Everybody's bad right now because I'm not with my family. You are. Do you understand? When I'm quoting you, when I find out about your false claims of extortion and your affidavit, and I forged a document so that I could tear apart her financial status and make her understand that in order to survive and eat and all that, you're gonna have to lie. You're gonna have to agree to be trafficked. That, coercion. In order to do that, I had to forge a marriage license and a power of attorney to get your personal information I shouldn't have access to. Right? And then everybody's starting to question it. And then you go, well, where's the wedding photos, Mr. Perry? Oh, shit. 4 years later, maybe we ought to do that. So now you go to my family. Oh, now she wants a wedding. She didn't before. Now she's changed her mind. No, I did not. No such conversation ever happened. No such conversation ever happened. You just now all of a sudden decided you need photos to cover up your forgery. And you did the forgery to tear down my life so that I'd be easier to sell. You think I'm property. You think I'm a furniture fucking chair. And I'm not. I found out before you did it. No one else does that. I've had it with your slow. I've had it. I've had it with it. Get a special ed teacher. I'm having to say the same fucking things to you over and over and over. You do the same thing to me every day. You just go at it from a different angle. Today it was extortion. The day before that it was prostitution by a sock. The day before that you were trying to frame me for a murder. And then you can't even put me at the scene because I wasn't at the scene. Right? Right? I look similar to the offender, but not exactly the same. I'm not tan enough. She's darker skinned. She's heavier, quite a bit heavier, right? Okay. I mean, it's just a different angle. People are now going, whatever bad thing happens in her life, we all know Charles did it. The guy's off his nut if he thinks we don't know he did it. That's what the guy said. He says he has Tourette's. She said he had Huntington's, and I'm sorry, but this guy's lying to me, and I'm looking at it, Charles. And you're lying about something I can see right in front of me. She's telling the truth. I can see it in front of me. So he's at this point and his mind is so fucked up and so bizarred out that he cannot even any longer go, well, maybe this lie I could tell and get away with it, but not this one because the guy's looking right at it. Yeah, he can't even do that anymore. So I think he's got Huntington's, not Tourette's. So he got caught on that today. Yeah, there's no extortion, dumb fuck. What he said is, when you first started threatening me, I'm gonna starve you until you lie, or take my bribe. And our response, everybody's collectively on my side, was fuck you. I don't think so. Not this time. Not this time. Here's the thing. You're going to get my club full of paying customers because you ran everybody off. You're going to make amends. Have you been to AA? Have you heard of AA? It's not unusual for someone who's wronged another person to make amends. You act like you never heard of that before. Haven't you? Everybody else has. You been under a rock or something? And then Tristan and Fabian up here so that we can talk and you butt the fuck out of that. You butt the hell out of it. It never concerned you to begin with. You never should have butt in to any of that, anything in my life at all to begin with. Sir, go be with your wife and your family. And don't bother mine again. Not any of them. Then, whatever money you stole from me, give that back. That's legal money. It's not a bribe. And I'm not going to lie for you. Stick the lie up your ass. Take the lie and shove it up your ass. Do you hear me? How many times do I have to repeat myself? Shove the lie up your ass. I'm not going to lie for you. Got it? Everybody write that down. How many times have I had to say that over, and how many times have I had to waste my time repeating myself? Again and again and again. I said no. I said no. I have starved. I have lived in my car for 6 months, and I had food twice a week and a bath twice a week. And I still said, fuck you, shove your lie up your ass. Didn't I? Okay, I'm not going to stoop to your low-life level. I do have help. They did tell me about your false claims of extortion. They did tell me I've been trafficked. Who's getting that information from you to me? Who is getting it? Nobody will help you with that. You know why? Everybody fucking hates you. They're sick of this. Everybody's sick of this, Richard. Richard, everybody's sick of it. Captain Gimpy, everybody's tired of it. I've said that over and over and over and over. We say it, then we show you, we quote you. We say it, then we show you, we quote you. I do know about the affidavit. I did know about your faked up wedding that was supposed to just be a photo shoot. Right? Grab her off the stage, throw her in handcuffs, take her down to the jail in Mays County, and tell her, you have to sign the affidavit, my lie. Then we're going to do a wedding shoot to cover up my forgery. So I'll go around all over Oklahoma and say, see our wedding, see our wedding. And then we're going to take you off to Houston. And then in about a week, you're going to be depressed because you feel bad that you lied, and you're going to be a floater in the bathtub. So you can't pop out and say, they made me do all that any time in the future. I've said this over and over. You know how we know all that? You were recorded talking about it over and over and over. What he said is, give back what you took and get the fuck out, or I'll do it for you through the normal legal process. There's a thing called restitution and subsequent civil suits, right? It's been a little easier for me to do a civil suit against you after you've been convicted in a criminal case, don't you think? Yeah. You think that's not a plan? I've told you it's a plan. And the more things you do to me, the more causes of action I've got against you. And the more criminal charges they have against you. It's so easy, it's not fair. So how many recordings are you going to prove out? That's not extortion, dumb fuck. So I'm asking you to give back what you took that would belong to me. It was never yours to begin with. It was never yours to begin with. You need to learn how to get your hands off of other people's shit. Okay? My granny used to get on to me, man, if we went to the store. I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter. We had to fucking behave. There was more expected of us than other kids. We're the chief's grandkids. We'd go through the store. If I touched anything, I told you, if it is not yours, you keep your hands off of it. Keep your hands to yourself. Same goes for you, dummy. I'm sick of your stupid. I don't have any patience. So we get all this today. Look at this. Why are you talking to her family? I never introduced you to my family. I would never have taken you around my family. Not in a million years. I heard one of my aunts said, see, my aunts never saw me with my husband, when we were married. We were busy raising kids. They were in school. They were in tennis. Vegas, the other challenge for us is that Vegas has a year-round school. It wasn't just 9 months and then you get 3 months of the summer. We didn't have that. It was year-round school. So you'd be on a month, like on 5 weeks, off 6 weeks, on 5 weeks, off 4 weeks. It was all year round. They didn't get along, really long. And then I had a business I was just starting. So we just didn't have time, the ability or the time to travel to Oklahoma. So they didn't see me with him. And then we got divorced. We were married 10 years. Okay, but when I'm dating Saeed, they saw us together. He'd come here to visit. They'd come to Vegas to visit us. And we owned a business together. We practically lived together. I had an apartment, he had a house, but he was always at my apartment or I was always at his house. So there was very few times where we weren't together. We were inseparable until we broke up. There's a reason we broke up. That's nobody's business. But for 4 years, we were together all the time. And so that's what they're referring to. They're like, she moved to Vegas to be with him. She's moved twice to get away from you. So don't sit here and tell us that she's in love with you. We can tell what she does when she's in love with somebody because we saw her with Saeed. And she's doing the opposite with you. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going for this completely. Right? Didn't they say that? If they didn't say it to you, they said it to somebody. Because we heard about it. We've seen her when she's in love. You can tell she's in love. She wants to be with him. They're inseparable. She's done her darndest to get away from you. She moved to Vegas to be with Saeed. She's moved away from Lubbock and then Texas to get away from you. There's no love here. You're delusional. Or you're just full of shit. Which one is it? Did you imagine it? Or are you just lying? Which one is it? That's what the guy is today. How much of what he's saying is the disease talking, and how much is he just lying? He's straight up lying. Explain that for the court. Explain that for the court. So I do know about the affidavit. I did know about the faked up wedding shoot. I didn't find out I was trafficked. Right? And your false extortion claims. Now, come tell me again how you're going to come get my car and tell me I have to leave the state and I don't have a choice. Go ahead, tell me that again. Go ahead, do it. Do it while I'm recording this. You guys, voyeur, you know what I'm doing right now. You illegally know where I am, right? Prove out my recording. It'll be fun. Right? So we got all that. Today, right? These were what people, recordings of today. See? They had her ex-husband fix her car up. Now, why are you talking to my ex-husband? Huh? Why are you talking to my ex-husband? Fix her car up so she'd get back out to the club. These guys are not on the same page is what he was saying. Because you got Matt Powell wants her address to serve her with something. Right? You got something you want to serve me with, Matt? I'm played parts of recordings about it. I don't know what it is. I don't care to know what it is. Mr. Perry took all my money, so if this is something that I can look up on Pacer, I don't have the ability to look it up on Pacer because I owe money to Pacer and I can't get on there. Mr. Perry doesn't want me to get on there. That's what this guy's saying. David and Calvin and Charles ran her out of that club because she's catching their prostitution shit and money laundering shit they're doing in there. They don't want her in there. That's where they're running their business. Even the owner didn't know. She found it. She caught it. Well, they didn't want her in there. Right? If they wanted her in there, she'd have been waitressing. They had the waitress bully her out. Right? But Matt wants her in there. They had him fix the car up and all that stuff so that she'd go out there and she'd do this, get out there and then it'd be a false arrest. But then Charles is typing in her phone, "Oh, gosh, you're going to be arrested tonight. I can't wait to see you. I'm so excited." And he did. And I said it that night. Yeah, I'm not going. And that's what he said. Who in their right mind would go into a place where their life's about to be blown up? Nobody would do that. Charles, when you tell me that you're trying to, be nice here, listen to the words I'm saying. I know you're full of shit. I heard the recordings. You forgot who you're talking to. I heard the recordings of you guys planning all that shit. Okay? Do you understand the words I just said? I've heard you on the recordings talking about having me killed, with your shot and crap. Don't forget who it is you're talking to. I found out about the affidavit, you know, and I've heard the conversations, and y'all go, we'll starve her until she lies. We'll make her destitute. She's got to mind us, because we're back in the hillbilly land. This is the 21st century. Women do not mind men anymore. Capiche? Try to keep up with the rest of us, okay? Bunch of slow pieces of criminal shit. Okay, so there's all this that you guys are not on the same page. Matt's like, I just want an address. Where does she work? He doesn't know all the crap you're doing. Matt, you gotta go out there and watch it one of these days. I get that you're a Christian, married supposedly. I'd like to see the Christian part. You know, where you do the right thing and you don't lie, and you don't lie for Charles, and you don't cover up for him and all that. I'd like to see that side of you. If you can go into a courtroom and lie, you can sure as shit get your ass to a strip club and see if you can't catch the crime I caught. Keep up with me, Matt. Yeah, we're out of patience. I'm the one that suffered the loss. You haven't lost a thing. I'm the one that went without the food. I'm the one that lost my home 2, 3, 4 times. Right? When you've gone through what I've gone through, then you can judge me if you're listening in here and judging me. You suffer what I suffered for the cause of justice, then you and I can talk. Until that happens, I don't want to hear what you have to say if it's not nice. Keep it to yourself. You weren't asked. All right. Here's all this. Gonna get her car in August. Look how long ago. All this. Every time you take my money, Mr. Perry, we get more of these. Every day you invade my privacy, we get more of these. You know why? Because you're pissing people off with a lot of power. They care deeply about me. They're upset that I'm not with my family. They're upset that you caused division between my family and I. Every member of my family. They're very upset. Every day I go and I don't have food. They're very upset every day Michael Neely sits in jail. And you sit on your fat ass and provoke and antagonize and cause problems. Everybody hates y'all. You're not. He said it's getting easier by the day to get this stuff. What day are they going to make an arrest? What day is he going to arrest you and we're done? Yeah, until you know that, you really shouldn't mess with me. Don't you think? I mean, how many times we got to quote you guys? This is it. Right here. The guy's like, he can't even lie right anymore. You can tell he's not able to determine what lie could I tell him, maybe get away with, and what lie should I just not tell, because he's looking right at it. Right? Here we go. Our privacy is not to be invaded anymore. You invade her privacy, I'm going to invade yours. I have a court order, you just have a weirdo problem. You don't take her money anymore, she's not to be broke anymore. Right? Don't contact her or her family ever again. He said it in March 2020. This is just what we got today. Give it back and get the fuck out. Was in response to, I'm going to starve you until you lie. I'm going to deprive you of your basic rights and needs until you change your story and you say what I want you to say. Right? And I'll give you a little, instead of the canned food tuna, I'll give you some beans too. Because that's the best y'all ever do. Look at this. Look at that canned food. You think that looks like I'm making good money? I have friends that are. We have a forensic accountant that is. Other people have said, I have friends at DoorDash, they make pretty good money. There's no question he's getting in our wallet. You hack my Dasher app. You have your buddy call in so that I go down street XYZ to get pulled over. Right? And I deliver the food at your buddy's house who has a doorbell camera. Because you're going where I am, taking pictures of me. Stalking and hacking are a felony. Okay? Hansel and Gretel her over to the club. Or Hansel and Gretel her down the street XYZ so we can pull her over. Okay. And don't give her any money. Here's the thing about the waitressing. When I'm waitressing, it's harder for them to keep track of how much money I'm making. People are just throwing money in a tip jar or just handing it to you. Whereas Dan says they're writing it down, and at the end of the night, we are paid. It's a split with the club. So they could actually, not supposed to, it should be protected by privacy laws, But since we have forged documents we're presenting and probably threatening the owner, right? Because he's making bad business decisions he wouldn't make, like having a meth head waitress take over pretty much over somebody who's, I've known him for 8 years. He just met her. Yeah. Everybody's like, yeah, that didn't make sense. I'm sorry. In any world, that doesn't make sense. So he had to have been pressured. And I'm telling you, he wouldn't do it unless you made him do it. But that's what you wanted. You didn't want me out at the club, right? Yeah, because you don't want service, whatever Matt has. You don't want me to get that. You want to haul me off in handcuffs with a false arrest and, you know, a prostitute, get your headline, get your smear campaign, then your affidavit lie signed, and then you want to deliver me to Houston guys so you can get the other half of your money, then kill me dead, right? We heard you talking about it. Who has the actual recordings? How many of those, you know, there's 12 reporters that have heard it too. So when you make denials, a lot of those people are, you know, they'll say what you want to hear. They're not going to tell you they know. They're not going to tell you who they are. But they know. They know you're full of shit. 3 are not in this country. I mean, we heard you talking about it. And the thing is about the extortion. You've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it and talked about it and talked about it, and you get caught, and then we don't hear about it again, and then you come bring it up again. When you bribe someone or threaten someone, bribery, threats and bribes, that's illegal. A bribery is illegal money. And we all said, no, you owe a legitimate legal debt. Pay the legal debt. Pay back what you took. And fuck off. Don't create more legal debt. $1,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home, plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. You don't have my consent, you peeping Tom pervert. Yeah, it's a felony to peep too. So this is what they let me make. Right? So they didn't want me making money waitressing because I can't keep track of that. Yeah. Let me look at this. Thanks for the tuna. So our guys get mad and we get more. Everybody gets mad. You're not getting it. People don't like cruelty. They don't like crime. Why'd you think they'd like yours? Second on polling in midterms. Get rid of the crime. Defund police because they're corrupt. Right? And I disagree with that being the answer, but there's a whole movement, right? People don't like corruption, they don't like crime. Why did you think they'd like yours? Okay, this is Mr. Perry's file. His attorneys have it. Look at the dates on this. 8/1/22. There's when he was talking about the extortion. We addressed it the same way. Nope. You threatened starvation, or here, take my bribe. The response was, no, that's illegal. You owe a legal debt. Pay the legal money you owe and get out. Just like that. You don't have a choice. It's the law. Or at least get out of my wallet and let me make money without you taking it. And get the fuck out. But because you're watching me in the privacy of my home illegally, I do have the right to bill you, and you do need to pay it. You do owe the money. Now, I can attempt to collect it like this, or we can go to court. We can do it after your criminal trial. It'll be a lot easier for me to win in a civil case if you've already been convicted in a criminal case. And as much as you guys like talking about the same thing over and over, shouldn't be that hard to do. So, here's all this. That's not extortion. It's a response to threats and a bribe. I'm not doing your illegal shit. I'm not doing it. Shove it up your ass. You owe a legit debt. You owe me money legitimately. Pay the legal debt. Pay the legal money that you owe. Right? And then comply with the law when a woman says, don't contact me anymore, and don't invade my privacy, and don't cross boundaries. Get the fuck away from me. Do that. Okay, there's all that. It was on 11/7/22 and 8/1/22. And then again today, you talked about again. We repeat ourselves over there in Mr. Perry's camp. They got Alzheimer's. It's like an old fart nursing home or something. And they repeat themselves all the time. And then we gotta repeat ourselves all the time. It's a total waste of time. We're all busy except Mr. Perry. He didn't have a life. He sits around doing literally, what a monkey could do. Watch TV, make weird noises, provoke, antagonize, bother everybody, cause problem. Repeat, and gets caught. And then wants to know who told on him. Repeat. It's Groundhog Day with these guys. I don't know. Look at this. All the times you were recorded, I'm going to starve her till she lies. Look at the dates. The dates are always at the end. 7/13/22. 8/1/22. See, 3/12. 3/1/23. See all that? Forgery. Look at that. Starve me until I lie. 10/1/22. See that? You get caught when you do it to me. Those are police recordings of you, sir. Talking about starving me until I lie. Make her destitute until she agrees to be coerced over to traffic daddy in Houston. Right? Human trafficking comes with a life sentence. Yeah. You're the instigator here. Everybody knows that. It's funny that you think people are stupid and they haven't figured all this out yet. They absolutely have. But it's funny that you think they're like you, and things don't click. They do click. They don't click for you. Alright, all this, Mr. Perry. Any other victim have all this? Lucius, Calvin, Geppetto, Blankenship, Desiree. There's the witness statement I was just talking about. Anybody else have it? I told you so. I did say. Well, we kept saying. Well, but we told everybody. Well, but we did say. But listen, I get it, but we've been telling people over and over and over. Mr. Perry was threatening this. Mr. Perry had a meeting and planned this. It was malicious. It was intentional. It was illegal. And he knew that. And so I told you. I told y'all. I said, we got to get her back to Texas so we can do more to her. Mr. Perry, when you contact me, we get more. We get more of these. When you take my money, we get more of these, Calvin, Lucius. When you take my cars, we get more of these. Pisses off people with a lot of power. It pisses them off like a motherfucker. People that had the power to get me the Fabian puzzle. Right? Let's take a look at that. That was interesting. This right here. On the night David first came in and introduced himself to me, we talked about Fabian. October 12th, 2015. Fabian doesn't want you. I said, oh yeah. He's had plenty of chances to tell me that. He's never told me that. He speaks for him. You don't. Nor does Charles. Fabian can tell me what Fabian thinks all by himself. He's a grown-ass man. And he said, well, actually, he just wants to fuck you. Okay, so let us fuck and quit dragging this all out and bothering us with whatever your thing is, your daydream bullshit. Actually, he and Charles fought over you for months. Okay, well, here's the thing. The argument and the decision is not between Charles and Fabian. It's between me and Fabian, and that's that. I don't like Charles. He needs to leave me alone. And so do you. Right? So when I'm in jail, when they do that false arrest, my guys get that to me. Fabian intersects with the word hope. See, it depicts Charles as just some butt-in, wannabe, selfish butt-in. Right? On the right here is the word sad. Charles causes a lot of sadness. Everybody's sick of feeling sad and scared. And a lot of fear. The word boo depicts the fear. We can get information, snap of a finger. And you can't. Nobody will tell you who's doing that or how. So, it's not just any name. It's Fabian's name intersecting with the word hope. These words are not just in the same book or on the same page. They actually intersect. So who has the kind of power to get that to me in jail? Was any of that up to you? All the stuff I just showed you, we know. We found out about your extortion claims. We found out about your affidavit. We found out you trafficked me. We found out about all the times you want to try to take my car. I have a bazillion pullover emails. All the times you guys talked about having me pulled over. Over and over. All of that. Who has the power to get that? And it wasn't even up to you, was it? So what was this again about you're going to come tell me I have to leave Oklahoma and it's not, I don't have a choice? I know you said that. Was it up to you that I have that? Yeah. slow, people. I'm tired of it. We're all tired of it. I don't know what to do. What my guy said is, in March 2020, is her privacy is not to be invaded again anymore at all. You don't contact her or her family anymore. Don't contact them in any way, shape, or form, directly or indirectly. Stay the fuck away from these people. They're not doing anything to you. They're not bothering you. Stay the fuck away from them. Fix what you broke. Give back what you took and get the hell out. And don't make her broke anymore. And that was in March 2020. And get Mike Neely home to his family. And she just didn't listen, and so look how much more we got just today. Just today. And everybody runs around. How'd she know about that? How'd she find out about that? Oh my God. How'd she know? What are we gonna do? Every fucking day, it's Groundhog Day with you. And everybody's had enough of it. We're all sick of it. If you knew how hated y'all were, you would not show your faces again.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave
You
me
can call
alone.
all you want.